This girl is 5 weeks since her last trim. She came up laminitic before the last time I trimmed her. She previously had not been laminitic, and this is all this growth is from just 5 weeks. But we got the owners got the diet under control starting 5 weeks ago after the trim. So I'm gonna, all her frogs, a lot of the frog came off just with my hoof pick. And I want to show here how deep the collateral grooves are not just at the back of the frog, but also at the front. So there is a lot of sole depth here. There's deep, deep grooves here, and the coffin bone rests above those. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to start right here. I really want to relieve these high heels that she's got. And so I am trimming through the sole, but this is just retained sole. It's not the true, like the live sole that we want to be at. This is a lot of sole she built up fast because of this laminitis. I'm gonna open these bars here. It's like her bars and her sole have just meshed into one. And again, this is where it differs from a regular trim on when you have a laminitis case. I'm going to rasp here just to show. Here's her white line. It's here. And it does have some stretching, but I'm going to trim back farther because she's got all this toe that's grown out in the front. And so I'm going to start here. And I am coming way back here. Because on these laminitic cases, you need to relieve the pressure on this. And this is all just dead lamellar wedge. Lamellar wedge is when the white line is stretched. And so you can see the bruising in the white line here. You press the button. And here I'm going to come again and just smooth out, see where I'm at. Got a high spot here. I'm just going to trim off this extra frog. There is her live frog. That's her real frog right there. So I'm coming here. I want to bring, on these minis, I'm bringing this tip of the toe about a ½ inch in front of the frog. On a horse, it would be closer to a full inch. And this is, you know, without x-rays. And all this is just bruising from the lamina, which is very, very common in laminitis to see that bruising. I'm just rasping it down here. Checking my balance. I am here, gonna start beveling soon. You see I've just got a little more built up bar here. So I'm gonna bring this down with my bonsai nippers. So this is kind of an in-between trim. This whole mini her is on an 8-week schedule. I came in between here to get her feet going back on track after this episode, so she'll get done here in another 3 or 4 weeks. And I want to just, now I'm going to do my bevel, just like I would on a normal horse. You really want a strong bevel, because again, this lamina is stretched, and if I want it to grow out well connected without continuing to be stretched and pulled apart, I'm essentially taking the weight off the hoof wall, taking the pressure off the hoof wall. Here we go. Luckily we caught this laminitis case early, so she didn't get like a huge elf shoe. I think she's going to recover from this really nicely. when you're doing dramatic changes in heel height, it can really affect the tendons and ligaments. So I'm just going to leave her at this today and work on getting her back more on the next trim. But this was really good progress for her. She's pretty similar symptoms in all 4 hooves. This frog is just so easily coming off. But there's that I see a nice healthy frog underneath there, which is great. Some laminitic horses will have very different symptoms in the back and the front. Like a lot of times the front hooves are much more affected, and she's coming up pretty similar on all 4. So it's going to be a similar trim here. Again, taking these heel height down. I'm coming just above the live frog because, again, I don't want to do anything insanely dramatic on her. And that whole bar sole thing just popped off so easily because it's all ready to come out. This is just sole that's gotten retained. And here again, I'll show you before I do the cut. We've got this bruising in the stretched lamina. Lamina and white line are the same thing. I'm using those terms interchangeably, but this is not really a true white line anymore because it's so stretched. So I'm going to come back here. Now that seems like a lot off the toe, but it's going to really give her some relief to do that. And I'm going to angle it out. Because you can see it's more well connected on the side. The main stretching of the lamina happened right at the toe. Here we go. So this is a great example of times when you don't follow normal hoof trimming procedure. In a laminitis case, I wouldn't usually rasp this much sole. I wouldn't usually come that far behind the white line. But in this case, it's what she needs to start feeling better. And I just want to open this up. And if there had been, if this had been like an ongoing chronic issue, that's where, it's always good to get x-rays, but we didn't get x-rays. I don't really think it's necessary. I doubt there was a lot of change in the bone because we caught it quickly. Coming there. And just gonna rasp her smooth. Making sure I want the heels to be even, balanced still. Always want to have balanced heels. Doing this bevel.
This one don't stay. This one don't stay.
Doing a strong bevel in the toe here again to relieve that pressure. And I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna bring this back foot forward too. Easy. She did not want to pull her back foot forward, so it's okay. I can do it from underneath like this. And this other front foot here, very similar. Again, frog is shedding. I can even pull it off with my hand. Get these flaps of frog off just so I can see the hoof more clearly. And I'm going to come in here. All this is coming off. Again. And this is just so crumbly. You can see it's not hard live sole. I want to, and I'm doing this more just to show clearly. If I were to only take it to the white line here, there would be way too much toe here. So I can come in on the side here. Coming across. Kind of making that rounded shape already, so I just have to smooth it. There. Stretched white line, bruising in the white line. All classic laminitis symptoms. There we go. I'm going to come with my bonsai nippers. Trim up here. Here we go. This heel's a little higher. Sighting down here. I'm going to start our bevel. So there we go. Add this toe here. And she did let me pull the front foot forward, so I'm going to. Just coming here, taking this. This was that big ridge of flared toe that I showed earlier. Just gonna bring this back. Bring it back.
Oh.
And here, I'm starting to see the white line. Which normally, for like a standard trim, I wouldn't see, but because of how far I need to bring it back for her, that's what I want to see. Make sure she's really nice and round here. And here's an after. That huge rim of toe is gone. Looks like a much more normal foot. So this is the last hoof here. The frog pretty much all came off while I was cleaning it. I'm gonna come again. Right here. I'm coming right above where the frog is, the live frog. Just getting this relatively level. Easy. Now that I've got that, easy girl, easy, easy. Again, we see the bruising in the toe, very consistent with the other hooves. And I'm just gonna do the same thing here.
I get too much. I get too much.
Here we go. I want to rasp her down. A lot of retained sole here still. Rasp down to something real. Here. I'm gonna come trim this. Oh, get that flap off there. And here I'm not like forcing concavity. I'm trimming these really stuck on retained bars and just chalky sole. It's different than carving out to make the sole look concave. Easy. Easy. Ho ho. Check her balance here. And I really just want to smooth her a little bit. Good girl. She's checking out what I'm doing. There we go.